Good evening, Mom. Thank you for the time given to me. Let me introduce myself. My name is Desyamni Awang. I one of the students from the 4th semester. I make this video to complete my final test. So here we go. I want to tell you the summary from the novel that I have read. The title of the novel is Pride and Prejudice. We start from Mr. Bingley and Mr. Darcy. Mr. Bingley and Mr. Darcy are a man that they have children but they don't marry. So sometimes they come to the Netherfield. Netherfield is a little village in this Europe, and they come to the when they come to the village, they meet a 5 sisters from Mr. and Mrs. Bennet. The name of the woman is Jane. Jane is older daughters, and Elizabeth that's follow Jane. Mr. Darcy is insult Mrs. Elizabeth, so they have a problem each other, and Mr. Bingley falling in love with Jane. At the night, in the middle of the night, in Netherfield, they make a party. So Mr. Darcy and Mr. Bingley come to the party, and they meet Jane and Elizabeth. Mr. Bingley falling in love with Jane at the party, and in these stories, Mr. Bennet and Mrs. Bennet want to marry their daughters to the rich man. Why? Because they money for their life can complete if they have married with rich man. That's why Mr. Bennet and Mrs. Bennet want their daughters married with a rich man. And when they after the things, Mr. Bingley live out from Netherfield because he want to go to the city, the city that they come from, and Mr. Darcy follow Mr. Bingley. But when they live out from the Netherfields, Jane feels so sad because she thinks that Mr. Bingley want to leave her alone. That's why she feels so sad. But when Mr. Darcy and Mr. Bingley in the city, they talking to their family if they have a woman that they want to marry with them. Mr. Bingley said if he want to marry with Jane, and his mother don't agree with that the opinion from Mr. Bingley, but Mr. Bingley always that he want to marry with Jane, and Mr. Darcy agree with the Mr. Bingley opinion. After that, they come to the Netherfield, and Mr. Bingley married with Jane. They live happily ever after. But Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth they have a misunderstood because of the problem when they are in the party. So Mr. Darcy come to the Netherfield, and she say sorry to Elizabeth, and Elizabeth don't have to forgive him, but a young sister from Mrs. Bennet make a mistake, that is she go out with the man that is a bad man. It's that the boy is not good, but Mr. Darcy said to the Elizabeth and her family that is the boy is not good, and he helped uh, Elizabeth family. That's why Elizabeth see that Mr. Darcy is a good boy, not a bad boy, and Elizabeth forgive Mr. Darcy, and after that they talking each other and that forgive each other. So finally they fall in love again, and they uh, they live together. But in the story they don't explain in detail if they married or not. So that is my summary from the story. The moral lesson that we can get from the story is, as a woman we should have characters like